So the Super Bowl halftime show, I gave my optimistic view about the whole thing earlier, but tell us.
Well, look, aside from, They Not Like Us and A Minor, it was hard to make out what was actually being said. Kendrick Lamar's 12 minutes of rap was basically a musical grudge match, Laura, on the biggest stage in America. And most people don't care that Lamar doesn't like Drake or that his exes, Serena Williams and SZA, showed up to troll Drake. The music itself is not broad enough or well known enough to reach generations.
Look, we know Fox News hates hip-hop music, right?
For me, it wasn't mass appeal. A full-on Trump rally for the halftime show. Morgan Wallen or Zach Bryan plays us 2 or 3 songs. Trump comes out with an executive desk, signs 5 executive orders, and Shane Gillis takes us out with a 5-minute set. Best halftime show ever.
And thus they despise Kendrick Lamar's Super Bowl performance.
Dana, I want to talk about the halftime show. Now, I got to tell you, what a nightmare. I kept sitting there saying, maybe I just don't get this guy. Then I find out there's this subplot, there's this drama with Drake, and, he can do a concert, this guy, Kendall Lamar, and he won all these Grammys. But, we had Usher, we had The Weeknd, we had Beyonce, we had Rihanna. I mean, we had performers. I don't know what the hell this guy was doing, but I didn't get it.
Many on TikTok did their own breakdowns and gave their 2 cents.
The revolution about to be televised. You picked the right time, but the wrong guy. It says everybody must be judged, but this God only favoring us. Also, you would not get the picture if I had to sit you for hours in front of the Louvre. If you don't know what the Louvre is, it is the most famous museum ever. For him to say that he could sit you in front of the Louvre for hours and you still wouldn't get it, is really speaking to the people who didn't get this performance. Honestly, he already knew before this performance that this is gonna go over a lot of y'all heads. Starting with Samuel L. Jackson, who represents and exemplifies Uncle Sam, who is the embodiment of America. Uncle Sam does not exemplify black people. Obviously, historically, he never has. So putting Samuel L. Jackson, who is a black cultural icon, in that role is multi-layered for that purpose.
This whole performance is Kendrick Lamar playing a video game. And right here we have the X, the square, the circle, and the triangle, which is the 4 buttons and a PlayStation control remote. Then Uncle Sam tells everybody that this is the great American game. Then inside of the square, Kendrick Lamar starts singing on top of this GNX car, which in the 1980s represented power and rebellion.
Do you know how to navigate the system? Do you know how to deal with the hurdles that the white man is going to throw at you? Do you know how to do the necessary sacrifices and compromises and code switching that's necessary to get there? Kendrick had been doing his hardcore rap songs at that point, and Samuel L. Jackson is talking about, you're scaring America. Don't you know how to play the game to mollify these white folks? So after Sam says, don't you know how to play the game? Kendrick goes into the softer songs. And when Sam says, that's what America wants, nice and calm, that's when he's playing the game. So Kendrick switches it up.
Samuel Jackson was a big talking point of everyone's analysis. Obviously, it revolved around the symbolism and Kendrick and this and that. But he actually, I don't want to say break his silence, but he hasn't really talked about it that much aside from a few posts here and there. And he went on the Mad, Sad, Bad podcast and said this.
It was kind of...
And another thing.
It was kind of trippy because when we were rehearsing, we just had our clothes on.
Yeah.
And I was looking at the dancers and they were doing that dance, doing the things and doing the stuff. And it wasn't until dress rehearsal that when I looked up and I looked on that stage and I go, oh, the flag. The powers that be have decided, okay, this is who you are. Cause me standing there going, hey, salutations. It's me, your uncle, Sam. It's like, I was just, like, this is cute. I wonder, Kendrick and them hired me to do this, and my name is Sam, so I said, yeah, I'm Uncle Sam. But then I realized,
layers.
You're being put in this place for a reason, and you're dressed this way for a reason, and you are part of change. This is an awesome moment of change for people sitting there watching a game, or people who don't turn on until halftime because all they want to see is halftime. They go, oh,
yeah,
wow, boom, and it was like,
It was so important.
I know. It was so important and so short.
Which is pretty surprising. It seems as though he, along with many others, were kept in the dark on what was going to be portrayed in the performance at the Super Bowl, which is probably what Kendrick does and his team does. They keep their cards close to their chest. Honestly, I'm not that surprised. As for those posts when Samuel L. did weigh in on the performance, he would write on social media, "Been called uncle a bunch these days. Today I'm performing as the uncle." The post included 3 photos of him dressed as Uncle Sam, with one of those photos having a caption that said, "Super Bowl with a superstar." He would also state this in that same interview, which I love.
We're supposed to be in service to each other out here. We're supposed to do things that enhance the life or the world, that creates change. That's a positive version of change. And I was raised in that, knowing that was a group of people who wanted me to be a certain way and wanted me to stay in a certain place in my life, and don't engage with me in any way other than me telling you what to do or what not to do. And I can see that happening again in a way in my country, which is like
What,
okay.
now, today?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
But
do you think it makes you sad?
In a way, but it's just bad for the world. It's bad for humanity in that way. I mean,
it doesn't serve humanity.
Yeah, there's enough of that stuff going on in the world, in other places, and we're not making it a better place by doing what it is we're doing.
Hey, I appreciate you watching. Now, if you can, please do become a channel member by going to youtube.com/TYT Sports and clicking the join button. If that's too much for you, you can just go to tyt.com/join to become a member. It helps all of us out here at the Young Turks and keeps our network afloat. In addition, you could follow me on my socials on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. Appreciate the love. Have a great day. Calling out elite people in comedy should be the rule of thumb.
I think Donald Trump's hair is actually another creature.
Yeah.
The hair's like going, "Good night, Donald. Good night, Donald." There we go.
Maybe it goes out. It goes out and makes money while he's asleep.
There is something about punching down that feels taboo, and punching up is the way to go.
Crack's not really my thing, but if it was, it would be fine if I was on that side.
Wow.
Don Jr.'s on coke.
We won with poorly educated. I love the poorly educated. I'm a very stable genius.
It is very important, the work that the Jordan Kleppers are doing, the work that the Good Liars are doing, the work that our team here at the Turks are doing, and many more.
Used to see these tackles, now they tackle. Oh, head-on-head collision. Bing, flag. Football's become soft.
You have Trump doing sound effects for tackles. The choice could not be more clear. Let's not beat around the bush about it.